Hey there, I'm Slightly Froggy. Welcome back to my stream. Today I'm continuing my playthrough of Mass Effect 3, and where we last left things off, we did our, I believe it was a priority mission over on Surkesh. So we were able to reunite with a number of familiar faces, and we were able to save the one female Krogan that might be able to help beat the Genophage. So it was quite an action packed session. We also did quite a bit of running around the Citadel. We pretty much listened to the entirety of Blasto 6, which was amazing. So I'm not sure where we're going to take things today. We'll take a look at the journal and see what we have at our disposal. But we had a fair bit of action yesterday, or last stream. So I'll be curious to see where we go from here today. Hey there, Qua! Welcome back to the stream. I hope you're doing well tonight where you are. So we'll give people a little bit of time to kind of file in before we get started, but let's bring up the game screen. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm trying to think of where to go from here, because I imagine... I know some of the Arya stuff can wait, and I know... Here, I'm trying to fix Quark's face a little bit here. Yeah, I know some of Arya's stuff can wait a little bit, but apparently that's like in multi-parts, and I don't know where I'm at level-wise. I did pretty decently in Surkesh. Could have gone a lot worse. And I finally learned about Charge and Nova combo, which is fantastic. But now it means I need to put more points into Charge, so then that way my shield will fully recharge after I use it, because ooh, does that put me in a bit of a tricky situation when I use it. So I'll have to level that up. I knew when I was looking at my points, I'm like, I had 5 of them sitting there, and I'm like, I feel like I should be saving this for something, but I wasn't sure what. Now it's clear to me. Good morning to you, MG Tower. I hope you're doing well tonight where you are. I will say, we got a fair amount of snow. We're enjoying second winter where I live, as is inevitable at the end of February, early March, just as the temperatures are starting to get a little bit warmer. Suddenly it's like, haha, psych. Second winter. So, been enjoying that. I'm tired of having to shovel snow. I don't even have to shovel all that much, but it's just... it's such a pain. Such a pain. I'm so done. Like, I gotta move to a warmer climate, I swear. But hopefully you're doing well on your end. I had a bit of an interesting day today, just tonally, so I am looking forward to tonight as something of a pick-me-up. We were remembering an old friend today. We were getting together. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, we were holding an informal lunch memorial today for someone that me and in a group knew very well and for a number of years. So it was a little bittersweet. Gave us some nice good closure, but I'm ready to lose myself in Mass Effect for a little bit. I know, sometimes Mass Effect can give you that 1-2 punch, but when it's fictional characters, it doesn't feel as bad. I say that, but when I'm still posed with the option of doing something mean to a video game character, I still choose not to do that. Because I don't like hurting their feelings, even though they're not technically real. Oh. Hey there, Texas. Welcome back to the stream. Hope you're doing well tonight. I'm trying to figure out where to go from here in terms of missions, if there's a couple of light ones. Oh, actually, before I do anything, what I need to do is I need to go around the ship and see everybody, because I believe we've got some new arrivals now. Gotta see what the latest hot gossip is. I'm just thinking, I'm like, this ship is good. If we end up bringing on everybody from the previous games, it is going to be a full ship. Either people are going to have to start having roommates, or like we got to start doubling and tripling up on rooms potentially, because I feel like we don't have as many rooms at our disposal in the Normandy these days. I don't know. we barely had enough room for everybody in ME2, and now we're bringing back a bunch of people from the first one. By the way, like, as, like, I kind of, the title of the stream tonight is Rex and Eve. I gotta say, I like Eve a lot. I think Eve is super cool. She can hold her own. She's tough as nails. A great Krogan woman. Good for her. Love her. And it was great getting to actually, like, encounter a female Krogan, because I don't think I've encountered a live female Krogan at any point yet in this series. Or not that I can remember. It would be, I hope we get the opportunity to see her. I would like to, like, see visually if there's a difference between Krogan males and Krogan females. Like, maybe the shell, like, the hard shell on their head is slightly different shape or something. Like, I'm trying to think of, like, because the closest, like, it's like Klingons, so it's just like, oh, maybe, like, the forehead ridges are a little different. I don't know. Okay, it is my first time, because I know my memory is not always the best. So I'm like, if I have met one before and I've forgotten, apologies. It's a little difficult trying to remember all the different encounters in this game. Like, in the last stream, the, what's it, the wife and the brother, about, I think it was from back in, although you mentioned in chat they were in ME1 and ME2, and for whatever reason I just totally forgot about them. Oh, I'm not good with names. I'm not good with names in real life. I'm not good with names in video games either. It's my fatal flaw, unfortunately. So give people just a couple more minutes and then we'll get started. So yeah, I'm not sure what we're going to be doing tonight. We're doing a round of the ship, but other than that, we'll see. Oh, I do want to scan though, because we can leave. Yeah. Hey there, the Orange Break. Welcome back to the stream. Hope you're doing well. I was from the last stream, when I was trying to remember that couple that I saw on the Citadel, where I was like, have I encountered them before? And it's like, yes, they were in ME1 and ME2. And even now in this moment, I can't 100% recall their names. I'm not very good with names. That's on me. Hey there, Leech. Hope you're doing well tonight. Thanks to me, the Asari and all female race, they do model females of other races. Have we met a female Turian? I don't think we've met a female Turian. I know they exist, but I've never met one. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's part of the fun. It's the part of shaping the cultures. It's, hey, do the genders look almost pretty much the same, just not visually to the human eye? Do they look radically different? Not yet. Okay. I hope we do get to meet one. I don't know. Like, I like learning about, like, the different alien races and seeing what makes them tick. It's cool because it helps with sort of, like, thinking about the dynamics and, like, why one race tends to lean this way while the other tends to go this way. Like, it's interesting. Kind of keyword yet. Spoilers. Okay. All right. Just... We'll keep that hush-hush for now. The time will come eventually. And speaking of time, it is 7:30. It's time for us to get started. So first, we're gonna check around the ship, see how everybody's doing. Ah, yes, the terminal. Actually, let's look to see how we're doing here. Okay. I mean, not bad. We're building a little bit at a time. So for aliens, we've got Terminus Fleet Spectre Unit, Hanar and Drell Forces. Okay. No, explains the limited females. A 9-to-1 ratio of male to female for them. Oh my goodness. That is very slim. Well, I know, I think it was mentioned in previous games, kind of just in passing, that for Solarians, it's more like a transaction, more like a business deal, like a merger, as opposed to, like, falling in love. Hey there, Kronos. Hope you're doing well tonight. Welcome back to the stream. Here, I'm just taking a look to see what we've got at our disposal here, because I haven't checked this for a little bit. Haley Sanders. Got some Alliance folk. Oh, whoops, I didn't Oh, yeah, we got a bunch. We got Jack. Jack is a force all her own. That's the equivalent of 25 people. Got Kasumi, the equivalent of 25 people. We've got Diana, a whopping 5 people. No, mineral resources. Oh, I guess it's like cumulative of, okay, like military strength. All right. I was thinking of it in terms of like individuals. Eden Prime support. Crucible, Javelin missile launchers, Prothean data files. Helpful. Cerberus research data. And the Solarians, which we are at risk of losing because Sir Kesh was... Yeah, I don't feel super about that, if I'm being honest. But that's kind of where we're at in the war. Hey, Primarch. How's it going?
Commander.
You said one of your ships had gone missing.
Crashed, actually. I couldn't speak in front of the Krogan. Our ship went down on Tuchanka.
Helpful.
Now they're pinned by an advanced guard of Reapers scouting the planet.
What are your men doing there?
I'm sorry. That's classified. But it's vital they be rescued. They must complete their original mission. It's a matter of galactic peace.
That's a vague statement, but okay.
I'll do what I can.
I appreciate your help and understanding.
Alright. Actually, let's kind of ask a little bit about this after the genophage cure.
The Solarian Dalatrass worries about what the Krogan will do once they're cured. How do you feel?
Meh.
It won't matter if we don't stop the Reapers, but I understand her doubts. The moon you found me on? That's where we made our last stand against the Krogan during the rebellions. They were that relentless.
How did it turn out?
The Krogan started using asteroids as weapons, directing them against our colonies. We had no choice. The genophage was our last resort. So yes, Krogan intentions after this war will be a serious concern, but I'd rather have a grateful ally than a resentful enemy.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, if it's the choice between the Krogans and the Reapers, I'd pick the Krogans.
Reaching out to the Krogan for help must be difficult for you.
We can't allow the mistakes of our past to cloud the future. Your race and mine were once enemies. The first contact war, as you call it. I was there, dodging shells fired by your navy. But look at us now, standing in a ship of Turian human design, working together.
By the way, what's the lifespan of Turian? Because I know Asari live for a long time. Krogan live for a long time. Solarians don't.
Your men that crashed onto Tuchanka, how many are there?
A platoon.
You said their mission was a matter of galactic peace. Why?
Oh,
I'm sorry,
no
Commander.
worries.
As I said, it's highly classified.
It's a tricky thing trying to find the right
Look, if you want
color.
me to put my ass on the line, I need answers.
Oh, okay.
I can't tell you. Please understand. The commander is Lieutenant Tarquin Victus. He'll be your contact.
Victus?
My son. I needed someone I could trust completely.
Okay, so it really is, like, classified. Okay.
That's all.
Of course, Commander.
I'm sure this will get tricky later. Okay, so similar to humans. Alright, because I'm trying to think to, like... I know humans have kind of advanced faster than most and made an impact on, like, the galactic community in our sector of things, but, like... I don't know, for some reason I think, like, the first contact war being, like, much further back than I suppose it is. Because I think Ashley was saying it was, what, her grandfather was the one that kind of, I don't want to say disgraced, because, but the hullabaloo over her grandfather, I believe it was for the first contact war, if I'm remembering correctly. The symmetry, the Turians deployed the genophage as a last resort, now they're curing it as a last resort. It's undoing the mistakes of the past for a more collaborative future? Question mark? Hey, Rex. 57 was the first contact war. Current date is 2187. Or 86, rather. Okay, yeah, that really wasn't all that long ago. Jeez. I don't know, for some reason I imagined it being further away.
Hell of a show down there on Sirkesh. Just like the old days,
Just
Shepard.
like the old days.
Right down to me pulling your ass out of the fire.
I was the one with bullets flying at me.
And I gave you the moral support to dodge them.
Aww.
Uh-huh. You said one of your squads is missing.
Everyone's got missing squads.
They were scouting out the Rachni relay. We've heard rumors of trouble in the area.
Rachni?
Thought that might get your attention. I have a favor to ask. It's big.
Don't tell me they're back.
All I know for sure is our scouts went silent as soon as they arrived. I've got Arlac Company, my best unit, on standby. You give the word, and they'll meet you there.
I'll see what I can do.
Get on it, Shepard.
Interesting. Okay, so I'm...
What will you do after the genophage is cured?
Once we deal with the Reapers, most Krogan will want to settle a score with the Turians and Solarians. I won't let them. That isn't our path forward. This time will be different.
I'm, as Shepard's glad to hear it. Really? I'd want revenge.
A lot of people will be relieved to hear that. No one wants to repeat history.
They know we'd probably win this time, but war has never brought us anything except misery. It's time to focus on rebuilding.
What's the situation back on Tachanka?
I'm still getting scattered reports of Reaper forces arriving. Something big is brewing. I won't let those things take Tuchanka. Not when we're about to cure the genophage. My people have had enough bad luck in our time.
Back on Sirkesh, it looked like the female Krogan could hold her own.
Our females don't lack for spirit. For males, a good show of force sorts things out. But females like to talk about it. Then think about it. Then talk about it some more. No offense.
Believe it or not, we sometimes have good ideas, Rex. You should try listening.
Yeah, but our women have so many of them. So sometimes I pretend to listen and... Well, let's just say Krogan females have tempers too.
Jeez. Oh. I mean, if that's their culture, I'm just saying. She did just fine on her own. Don't try and tune them out. That's how you get something thrown at your head.
How could there be trouble with the Rachni? They were all but extinct. The last queen promised to disappear forever or be destroyed.
I know, I was there. I've got a bad feeling about this. It may not be Rachni, but maybe it is.
Pretty
Could be
much,
another
yeah.
invasion. If they're crawling out from under some rock, you know how bad it could get. We need to stop them.
That's it for now, Rex. Let's get back to work.
Anytime.
You know what, though? I
And
would...
Shepard,
Oh, here, I'll let
I
him
like what
finish.
you've done with the Normandy. Got tired of always hanging around the cargo bay before. I still don't have a window like Liara does, but maybe that's because I don't kiss as well.
No comment.
Yeah. I miss this place. Wish I could knock some heads around with you, but duty calls.
God
If the
damn it,
Solarian
Rex.
says my DNA's important, who am I to argue?
I was about to say, I'm like, I would love to watch a Krogan sitcom. That would be amazing. It's like, I'm like picturing the opening of the Flintstones, but with, oh shoot, like I'm blanking on the name, but like the dogs. Oh no. I'll remember it later. Like, post-stream, it'll come back to me. No worries, no worries. I totally get it. It is like very much like a sitcom setup. And I mean, like, some relationships might mirror that at some times. Maybe not all the time, but maybe sometimes. And there is humor to be found in that. And I'll leave it at that. Uh. Dang, what were the name of the dogs? It's gonna kill me. I can't believe it. I had one too. He went in the fighting pits for me. Alright, I need to take stock of everything. No, I know Dino, but I'm trying to remember, like, the Krogan ones. What those creatures are called. The Dino-looking...
Solarians would have a base on their homeworld secured better.
Varen, thank you. Much appreciated.
Compared to those upgrades, the Solarians might as well have been throwing rocks.
I can't find my wallet, so it's because someone moved it. Have you checked your pants pocket? Have you checked your other pants? Usually when we have a toddler, oh, I can see that being like, where did you put this? It's like, I didn't touch it. You sure? Yep. As soon as kids start moving around, you start losing things, I tell you. That's how you end up with Pop-Tarts and the... Well, I guess this isn't a problem anymore. Back in my day, it was Pop-Tarts in the VCR. Because it's the perfect size. Yeah, blame the teenagers,
The
too.
Turians really should get behind the Alliance. They've got so much in common, like shooting things and not wanting to die, and... No, that's about it.
Oh, they have so much in common.
So, bringing the Krogan to a war summit went well? You want me to invite the Batarians too? Or the Vorcha?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Building alliances is the only way we stand a chance against the Reapers.
Yeah, but the Krogan? I'd feel better if we had a tighter plan, like time travel or teaching the Reapers to love. Still, good to have Morden back. The bad guys shouldn't get the monopoly on mad scientists.
I know, we should have our own. No, always keep the electronics on a very high up shelf that they can't reach. Ah, yeah, the 90s.
It is good you came by. I have questions about the genophage.
You and everyone else.
What do you need, Edie?
A Krogan female of breeding age can produce clutches of up to 1,000 fertilized eggs over
that's
the
a
course
lot.
of a year. There are over 1 billion females on Tuchanka. If even 1% become fully fertile, they can birth 10 billion infants.
On Earth, bugs
lot of
have a lot of
daycare.
young too. Most of them die.
The attrition rate would naturally be high, but the state has an interest in keeping the children alive for warfare purposes.
Any other cheerful thoughts?
Logistics. Even were they to side with us, transporting the Krogan to the battlefields of Palaven could prove difficult.
Yeah, it's
They
a
have
lot
been
of
demilitarized.
seatbelts.
That is, they have no warships.
What do you suggest?
They will need Turian or civilian starships to carry them to battle. With your permission, I will make the necessary calls to have these ships in place for when you deliver the Krogan.
Do it. Anything else?
Food. They will be unable to eat anything on Palaven.
I will catch up
They
on
must
chat in
bring
just a
their
moment.
own
I
or
just want to
rely
hear
on
out Edie
nutrients
here
in
for
their
a second.
This keeps getting better and better.
The Krogan will also require sedatives, since Krogan fight with others of their
Oh,
kind in enclosed
boy.
spaces such as
We're gonna
starships.
lose starships
Make
this
it
way.
happen. Are there any last things you're worried about?
Nothing that demands your attention, Shepard.
I mean, good to have. I'm glad Edie's on top of it, though. Alright, let me catch up with chat real quick before we continue. And as the drama of a teen, sometimes a little less understandable, pal. Oh, I think they call those three-nagers. It's that 3-year-old stage. Terrible twos, three-nagers. Sister's son has a 2-year-old, almost 3 now. Seems to me it's a preview of what she'll be like as a teenager. I mean... You have nothing else to base it on right now. All you can do is anticipate. That's all you can do. Sorry, right now my wife is arguing with her 18-year-old about what door to go into for his choir performance on Friday. It's been going on for 5 minutes. Oh no. Well, hopefully that gets sorted out okay. Preview for sure. This is the same age in show choir. Oh man, show choir. Yeah, I had friends that were in show choir back in high school. Yep, I remember the nerves before a big show. I remember those well.
Morden sent me a nicely crafted message. It seems he recalls our conversations about the Solarian equivalent of transhumans.
If I could, I'd stop you right there.
Transhumans have some of their brain's abilities, such as memory, supplemented or entirely replaced by cybernetics. Legal definitions vary from planet to planet.
I'm sure they had a
Solarians
very
embrace the
riveting
concept.
conversation about
Humans
this.
have diverse and contentious opinions.
Yes.
Do my implants make me a transhuman?
That would be telling.
What?
I'm sorry. That was a joke. You are fully human. Cerberus extensively reconstructed you, but your brain functions are organic.
Okay, good to know.
Don't ever do that again.
I'm just messing with you, Commander.
Hello, Shepard.
Okay. Any adolescents, they can move and do things. They're also starting to have emotions and things they don't understand and can't manage. Yep. It's the disconnect between their expectations for how things are supposed to go and whether they actually happen.
New reports of Cerberus activity on Tachanka. I've marked it on the galaxy map.
Oh, jeez, we got Cerberus on Tachanka, too. Ugh. I mean, she's still learning. Do I have any messages? Yes, info for you. Hi, Shepard. It's been a while. I'm glad to hear you made it off Earth and that Liara's with you. Getting off her old ship was the best thing we could have done. Can't tell you how sick I was of that cabin, and of tripping over that drone. I don't even know how it kept finding me in a ship that big, even after I turned off its tracking. I dug up some interesting information for you. Talk with Glyph to sort out the data. I hope it helps, Shepard. It's getting rough out there. Signed, Farron. The tantrum's pretty much the same. Yeah. It's just the size difference, I suppose. And if toddlers could swear with context, then it'd probably be a bit more even. Like a toddler. Yeah. Like, she's figuring things out. But she's, like, I don't know, I'm impressed. I feel like she's acclimating very well, to be honest. Obviously needs a bit of work, but that's okay. She's learning. From Alliance News Network Information Partners, Thessia, Asari scientist Rana Thanoptis has died in custody, allegedly committing suicide after she was arrested for the murder of multiple Asari military officials. Prior to her death, investigators said Thanoptis spoke of voices in her head, which they believed to be indicative of her indoctrination. The voices foretold the ascension of the Asari and told Thanoptis that anyone fighting the Reapers needed to die. Thanoptis worked on a top-secret project for former Spectre Saren Arterius several years ago, where she likely became indoctrinated. She received a pardon from the Asari government in exchange for providing research assistance on Reaper technology. Thanoptis was believed responsible for planting a makeshift explosive device that detonated at a research center, killing 5 visiting Asari military officials along with 4 civilians. The attack seriously wounded a dozen more and caused significant damage to the facility. Investigators say they are not seeking any more suspects in the case. That's not good. Oh, she was the one from Vermeer. Okay. Trainer.
Commander, nice to see you again.
How are you settling in, Trainer?
Oh, no.
I actually feel somewhat useful. It's been challenging to integrate data feeds for the War Summit.
It ended up happening
How
anyway.
are the systems holding?
Well, I'm glad we performed stress tests.
Specialist Trainer has been extremely helpful. The accuracy of our war room data is a direct result of her work.
Good job.
Thank you, Edie. I'm still getting used to all of this. In the lab, we'd hoard everything, piles of tech everywhere. Out here, it's like living out of a shoebox.
We make do.
Life on an active ship always feels crowded at first. You'll get used to it.
Oh, it's not a bad thing. I've got no problems getting
Yeah, we're just
cozy.
kicking back, relaxing.
This
Couple
is
of pals.
wonderful. Back in the lab, we had to hoard because we had no budget. Now, Edie, Ariake Tech uses a proprietary smart processing algorithm that could clean up our long-range data. Can we license it?
We can. Analyzing and applying the upgrade now.
Magic.
The algorithm should reduce long-range strategic combat data analysis time by 3%.
Impressive.
If it means getting the equipment I need, I can quite happily live out of a shoebox.
Your work is much appreciated. Anything else?
Commander, I've set up a secure communications with the Turian and Solarian governments and added their combat data to our boards. Hopefully it'll give us some idea of what's going on.
Okay.
Commander?
Alright, and that's that. Oh, do I have to visit my cabin because now I have my fish? Feed the fish. Because Trainer won't do it for me, and that's okay. She's busy with other stuff. That's on me. Oh, I missed my fish. Ooh, and oh, hammy. Getting that VI. Oh, what, the Commander Shepard one? Ooh, I gotta get more of those ships. Hopefully I haven't missed them along the way. Or does the VI handle the fish? That might be a silly question. The aquarium caretaker. I thought it was mentioned in chat that it's admittedly a very expensive one. I don't have a ton of money lying around right now, unfortunately. Okay, we got crew quarters.
I can't imagine anything so traumatic. You sure you're okay, Karen?
I wouldn't wish a collector abduction on my worst enemy. But it's behind me now. I'm fine. But it makes me think of Earth and all the other Reaper-occupied worlds. What are the Reapers doing to the people who live on all those worlds? As we sit here, enjoying our coffee. How many souls are in agony this very moment? Millions? Billions? Oh, Greg. I lied. I'm not fine.
Oh, Chakwas.
Hello, Commander.
Everything okay in the medbay?
Yes, Morden would just like some space to work with Eve.
He kicked you out?
Oh no, I just felt I was getting in his way. I'll return when I'm needed.
Oh, right, yes. I have to consult the map more, especially now that we have crew members that like to wander. Okay, so we've got nobody is in starboard observation, but nobody in the lounge. 8, Adams, Chakwas. Oh yeah, we got the female Krogan on board. Okay, so we gotta go to medical. So as opposed to running around and wasting time, sir. Yeah, get that salute, cause why not? Let's see.
Aware Krogan females find scars attractive. Garrus loyal, reasonably intelligent, bit aggressive, almost like Krogan.
For the third time, Doctor, I'm not interested.
Ah, Shepard. We were just...
Are you okay?
I'm fine, Rex. You can relax.
Can't be too careful, or put any faith in Solarian doctors.
Oh, you can have faith
This
in
one
Morden.
is different.
Yes.
Is he? What's that?
Simple blood test.
What kind?
Kind that ends the genophage. Shepard, please. Distraction's counterproductive, also affecting comfort of patient.
Morden's like, get this guy out of here. Okay, you can toggle the map to see different floors, I think. I know it works on the Citadel, just found a 5th playthrough. Oh, okay, I'll take a peek then. Thank you for the heads up. Well, you don't have to spend a lot of time wandering around the Citadel looking for people. Yes. Yeah, well, I know I'd been told about it, but I only just really used it in the last stream because I was trying to find a specific terminal, and I wasn't having much luck running around. Yeah, unless you want to run around, which, I mean, it's an immersion, I guess. Suspicion is healthy, always. Yeah.
He was your inside source, Rex. You can trust him.
Solarians have minds like a maze. You never know when they're leading you into a trap.
Trap? Eve's release my doing. Would never have known about her if not for me.
That was then. But she's out now. And if she gets hurt, I'll feel it.
Understand? But my patient, my responsibility. Her welfare a priority. Will not allow her to be compromised by anyone.
You got a quad, Doctor. Keep her safe. Our females have endured enough.
Don't forget, still need your tissue sample.
I'll be back.
Yeah, alright.
Common phobia. Fear of needles.
Or Solarian doctors.
Now have work to do. Prefer females of the species.
More cooperative. I mean, that's very much like Rex to like bust Morden's balls a little bit there, you know? It's in character.
Method to extract functional cure without killing you. Many variables. Your
Wanna hear
immune
this.
system compromised. Considering options.
And you have to do it out loud?
Yes. Auditory learner. Need to hear self think, simulate conversation to promote new ideas, maximize productivity.
I do the same.
About me dying.
Oh, apologies. Medical details
Yeah,
causing
Rex's just like,
emotional distress.
okay.
I hadn't considered effect on patient.
No, it just means I can't sleep.
Doing my best to keep you alive will avoid sensitive subjects.
I've heard the way Morden talks when he's working away. It's not exactly the best bedside manner. Yeah.
Shepard, blood work complete. Indicates significant stress on Eve's system. Malin's data thorough. Fortunately detailed as well. Have used notes to improve her condition.
I mean, he's got to talk to somebody who can keep up. Why not himself? Oh, singing, just A+. Excellent singing voice.
Have you determined why she's immune?
Genophage targeted hormone production during pregnancy. Modification project used same modality. Her immunity, totally different. Targeted glands now obsolete, like human appendix. Other glands mutated to produce proper hormones, enable viable birth. Also explains her weakness. Gland substitution imperfect. Health trouble.
You think you can make this work for all Krogan?
Yes. We'll use Eve's tissue to produce mutagen, alter gland function across entire species. Must improve mutagen as well, tune hormone production. Long-term illness for all Krogan otherwise.
Alright, so it's a tricky balancing act. But, I mean, what other option do we have, really?
So we did the right thing by saving the data?
Indeed. Would be much harder to treat Eve without it. Maybe impossible.
And all those experiments we saw back on Tachanka?
Monstrous, repulsive, but now with purpose. Victims didn't die for nothing.
Okay, so at least we have that.
So the end justifies the means.
Not my means.
But you're using the data, encouraging more experiments like Malin's.
Encouragement irrelevant. Will always be scientists willing to perform unethical tests. Can't change that. But can help Eve. Can cure genophage. Won't ignore data vital to her survival because of unethical origins.
Any word on Malin himself?
No. Ordered teams to search for him when trying to help Eve. Nothing so far. Large galaxy. Lots of places to hide. Could already be dead for all we know. Would kill him now if possible. Unless he could help.
How's she doing?
No fever currently. Heart rate elevated. Likely stress. Eating appropriately. Could use another blanket. Something soft. Prefer to let her recover fully before synthesizing cure. My medical recommendation.
My people don't have time for that.
Her opinion, somewhat different.
For some reason, I find it kind of cute imagining my head this, like, big, strong Krogan with, like, a very warm, fuzzy blanket. I don't know. The juxtaposition's funny. Yeah, we're kind of... We gotta bend them a little bit. Yep, always a chance for evil. Yeah, like it's a tricky thing to make a call on, but thankfully the research can be put to good use now, and it's helping out. It's gonna end up helping billions of Krogans.
You care about her.
My patient, my responsibility. Found her at STG base. 3 doctors injured trying to restrain her.
Fair.
Undid arm restraints. Didn't resist when she grabbed me. Promised to help her. She said, please.
Aww.
You always defended your genophage work. What changed your mind?
Never change mind. Genophage proper decision at time. New circumstances necessitate course correction.
Those circumstances being?
Reaper invasion. Turians doomed without Krogan support. Krogan need unified threat. Outlet for aggression. Cooperative symbiosis.
Nothing else. No personal stake here.
He's not a...
Getting old, Shepard. Not many years left. But
Yeah.
still best candidate for project. Few Solarian scientists interested in genophage. None with my expertise. Had to be me.
Someone else might have gotten it wrong.
Yep.
Possibly. Stakes too high for inexperience. But not about them. My work. My job to put it right. To prove I can.
I was gonna say, like, my gut instinct was to say, well, Morden's not really an emotional person, but he is... He has emotions. He can feel things still. Yeah, the please.
Nice talking with you, Morden.
Thank you, Shepard. Glad to be back.
You planning to stick around when this is over?
Until Reaper's dealt with, at least. Then, not sure. Have made impact on Galaxy. Genophage modification, genophage cure, work against collectors, decisions, mistakes. Might go somewhere sunny, sit on beach, look at ocean, collect seashells.
You go crazy inside an hour.
Might run tests on the seashells.
struck me. It's not ringing any bells. What's it a reference to? Please. Here, I'm just gonna do a quick save. We're gonna talk to Eve, see how she's doing.
Thank you for saving my life, Commander. I didn't think the Krogan had any allies left in the galaxy.
We owe a lot to you, even if most people have forgotten that.
Yes.
They can be forgiven. Our actions have hardly inspired friendship.
Part of being friends is knowing each other's name. I feel bad that I don't know yours.
I surrendered it the day I became a shaman of the female clan. I belong to
she's a
my
big
sisters
deal.
now. But perhaps one day, when this is over, you can know it.
No. I will say, the big catch with The Princess Bride is that it is full of so many wonderful quotable lines that I sometimes lose track. I of course remember the biggies. That is unfortunately one that didn't ring any bells with me. I will say though, I've seen that movie many, many times, and I'm kicking myself that I didn't recognize that.
I didn't realize the Krogan had female shamans.
Wisdom comes from pain, and the genophage has made us very wise. Rather than surrender to despair, a few of us chose to preserve the ancient ways. We safeguard our culture, our knowledge, our secrets. So when our children live again, the Krogan will flourish.
That's good. Like, I'm glad that there's like an emphasis on like the heritage of Krogans, and like, oh yeah, like when eventually the Krogan come back at full force, like we want to make sure that we're as we were, we haven't lost everything, because they're not exactly like I can't, now this might just be my interpretation, I don't see them as being expert record keepers, the type to preserve like books on Krogan culture. I could totally be wrong, but that's just my guess on Krogans and how they like to do things.
How were you initiated?
You're locked in a cave for 7 days with just enough food to last. On the 8th, you'll starve.
What does that prove?
Your resolve. Every acolyte is given a chance. You either claw your way out through the rock with your bare hands, or you die.
Wow.
How did you make it out alive?
I started digging the wrong way. I was in complete darkness. Nothing other than my own heartbeat to sustain me.
What happened?
I found this. A simple crystal, but it became my chisel. Take it as a reminder, Commander. In the darkest hour, there is always a way out.
That's a brutal initiation.
But an illuminating one. You learn to appreciate the light by living in the dark.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it's illuminating. But
what do you think of Rex?
When he's not trying to sire half of Tuchanka, he's the best thing that's happened to the Krogan. But I won't tell him that.
Never tell him
His
that.
head's big enough already. Literally.
He's turned into a strong leader.
I know in his heart Rex wants what's best for us. Though not all the other clans see it that way.
Why would the other clans give Rex trouble? You'd think they'd want a better future.
It's not in the nature of our males to cooperate. They've evolved to be selfish. Their only concern is survival. Rex is different. He's a mutant. And that you can tell him.
Do you think Rex will want revenge for the genophage?
Some clans will expect it, but I hope Rex resists. He understands the cycle of violence must end if Krogan are ever to have a voice in galactic politics. Still, he's just one Krogan. If enough clans demand it, he may not be able to stop them.
Jeez. I was just thinking, if you didn't have Rex and you didn't have Morden, what happens with Eve? Because Morden was the inside source. Like, would another Krogan take the lead on that? I don't know if anybody would. That's, would you not have access to this? Ooh, that's a very good question. I'm just trying to think logistically how they would get around that. Because either they'd have to have somebody else step up, or we take her from Cerberus when we get word of it. Like, I'm thinking that arranging to spring her free and, like, her discovery, that wouldn't be something that we would have the inside scoop on anymore from our original sources. Ooh. Oh, would he? Okay. But what about without Rex?
If you don't mind me asking, what's it been like living with the genophage?
I knew sisters who couldn't bear the shame of being infertile. They would wander off into the wastelands, hoping a thresher maw would kill them and end their torment.
Aww.
Did the thought ever cross
Yeah?
your mind?
Okay, I'm trying to picture him.
Yes. After my first stillborn.
Oh.
What kept you from ending your own life?
When my child didn't draw breath, that's when my life truly began. The genophage forces us to live on hope alone. There is nothing else. There is no reason to exist other than the hope that the next day will bring change. And if it doesn't, there is always the next.
How do you think things will change after the genophage is cured?
Our species will find its balance again.
Oh, okay.
Females will help shape the future.
I was trying to picture
like
them
in
in
the
my
ancient
head.
days, before we were just pawns of power-hungry males.
Most seem hell-bent on shooting anything that looks at them wrong.
Yep.
What else is there for them to do? Because of the genophage, they've become wandering killers, seeking targets to justify their existence, excuses to earn them honor.
Let's see, Morden.
How's Morden been treating you?
Better than Krogan males do. He's not like a typical Solarian.
No. Organ redundancy results in new period before metaphase. Can't alter that. Damage to telomeres, premature aging.
He does that.
But I sense pain in him,
Hey there,
too.
Gay. Welcome back to the
He
stream.
told me
Hope you're
about
doing
his
well
work
tonight.
on the genophage. I should consider him an enemy. Yet I think seeing my sisters and I changed something in him.
Asari Borgia offspring have an allergy to dairy and...
Well, it wasn't his ear.
Oh. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm so glad they brought that back.
How'd you get involved in Malin's experiments?
The other females and I volunteered. We heard Malin was trying to cure the genophage for Clan Weirlock.
Aren't they a rival clan?
Rivalries are the invention of the males. Under their rule, Tachanka has laid in
I can't
ruins
even
for
think of
over
what that would
1,000
look
years.
like.
It's time
Well,
females took back our place
they'd look
in
like a
society
Sari, but
and
still.
resurrected our future. Malin was our best hope.
I said the words and then my brain went, wait, they all look like a Sari. But that's a choice in mate. Sari can do better than that.
Would you go to Malin again?
Absolutely.
Oh, those
It only
things are
takes
creepy.
one candle to light a fire, and then the darkness is no more.
I'm sorry none of the other females survived.
I know.
Oh.
The youngest one, Kern, was the last to go. But she knew she would enter the void free of this curse, and then smile when she looked down upon the children of Tachanka. Her spirit will be the midwife to my firstborn.
Ooh. Oh, do we want to bring up Malin? Oh. I don't know. I think I'll... I kind of want to... I want to know her thoughts on it. I'm just hoping it's not going to take her in a different direction, but I am curious. But it's in the renegade spot. It's in the red zone, so I'm always a little bit wary. Yeah, let's ask it. We'll take the hit if I get renegade points from it.
I found Malin's lab. It looked like a dungeon. His experiments were brutal.
We learned that too late. He meant well, but his methods grew more barbaric as he went. We finally escaped into the rubble. Eventually, a Solarian team found us. They saved our lives. We were so sick.
Okay, good.
Thanks for talking to me.
It's my pleasure, Commander. I'm glad to see humans treat their women with respect. Your people have placed a lot of responsibility on you.
No more than your people have put on you.
Then maybe we can show the men how it's done.
I love her. I love her. Aww. He doesn't usually apply when it's questions. I figured, but it was in a funny place. I was being a little wary, that's all. Alright, so what do we got? We've got Liara in her cabin. We've got Garrus in the main battery. Alright. Let's go see Liara first.
So, Liara, still relying on the Protheans for all the answers?
It will work, Rex. We just need to finish building the Crucible. Although I'd be interested to learn how you found out about it.
Wasn't that hard. Lucky you keep its location more secret than the fact it exists.
And I'm sure you'll do a good job of both, being so famous for your discretion.
My lips are sealed.
Oh, I love the chatter.
Ready for the next mission? Ready for the next mission?
Nothing to say, huh? Oh, alright, what do we got here? Prothean Notes, Entry 3. If what Javik says is true, his people were imperialists who left the rest of the galaxy quaking in terror, and I think he would sacrifice all of us without a thought if it could bring them all back again. I reviewed my old notes today. They're so childish. Did we romanticize the Protheans because we were dazzled by the technology they left behind? Are these really the people I dedicated my life to studying? Oh, Liara. It was necessary. That's the part of research, is as we get new information, our previous ideas grow and change. There's nothing wrong with believing what you believed in before. Email from Professor Takesha to Dr. Odual. I was calling every supply depot stationed around the Crucible to find enough pure platinum for the Crucible's primary trigger inlay. We barely had enough left to coat a coffee maker. Ooh. An hour later, a ship pulled up with 16 tons of platinum, courtesy of the Shadow Broker. Then it flew away to scavenge more materials for the project. The ship's captain emailed me later saying the broker would stay in touch with our needs. That's great, but I'm checking my computer for bugs. That is definitely a broken pedestal. Yeah. It's, never meet your heroes. It's hard to live up to the pedestal you put them on in your head. Oh, call between Kasumi Goto, Professor S. Alausen. Hi, Professor. You know that one-of-a-kind point-to-point comms server you were talking about the other day? Do you have any information on its whereabouts? I've got something better. Check your front door. But this server's locked in a Cerberus facility. Not anymore. This will be invaluable for the Crucible. Thank you, Miss Goto. You're the brilliant astrophysicist, Professor. I'm just a tech expert doing some odd jobs. By the way, you would not believe how many credits Cerberus leaves just lying around in the open. It's true, they leave so many credits everywhere. The elusive man pays so well they don't even care. Alright. Intel terminal. What do we got here? Oh, reward options. Okay. Oh, I thought I had some more clickables here. Okay. Greetings. That is a very good question. Hopefully, for a long time once the Reapers are gone. Hey, Garrus.
Shepard, they say female Krogan have a thing for guys with scars.
They're really playing this up,
So I've heard.
I've got a few, myself. Here's hoping nobody's planning an arranged marriage to cement this deal. Though I have to say, I admire Eve. The things she must have endured living with the Genophage. Yeah. And now, to top it all off, she's her people's last hope. Imagine the pressure. Takes real courage to face that. I hope we can measure up.
She's a strong lady, and also, I already called dibs. Too bad.
I guess we're at war with Cerberus now, huh?
Oh, yeah.
I've never actually seen a female Krogan. Seems like they're the real brains on Tuchanka.
I mean, based on my conversations with Eve, I'm inclined to agree.
Good to see Morden's still alive and kicking, and still finding new ways to cause trouble.
Of course.
Not right now.
No? Okay. I'll leave you to it then. Alright, let's see here. Let's check the map. Yes, we can check the different floors. So let's see. Engineering, we've got Donnelly and Daniels. My favorites, we've got Diana, we've got Javik. Okay. They don't just keep to themselves. They gotta stir the pot a little bit. Gotta make it interesting. Alright, let's head down to engineering. Oh, actually, hold up. Did I have somebody on this floor? Hold on. 7 was the lounge. 6 is starboard observation. No, okay, we don't have anybody here. We already checked crew quarters. Alright, I just wanted to double check that before we changed floors. Alright, let's go to engineering. So, we've got in 4, we've got Javik. So let's go see him first.
You're saying they survived into this cycle?
Yes. We called them Collectors. They fought for the Reapers. For a long time, no one knew they were Prothean.
And when did you realize?
Shepard had no choice but to kill the ones she encountered. They were all indoctrinated, and had been for a long time. I'm sorry.
I am grateful. It was an act of mercy.
Yes. I suppose it was.
Yeah, I don't know if we would have been able to save them after the Reapers have kind of finished the indoctrination. Proposals that were in the base. None of those will ever blow. Yeah. Hey, buddy.
Did I mention Solarians used to lick their eyes? How far they have come.
There's nothing
Their
wrong with
Morden
that.
Solarian asked if he could dissect me. I approved, but only if he could defeat me in combat first. His reply was problematic. Then he left. I do not understand that one.
I don't see the issue with Solarians licking their eyes at one point. Like, I mean, if that's how they collect moisture there, that's how their species works. I will say, I feel like Morden would be able to put up a decent fight. Like, he's not a pushover. He's no chump.
This Cerberus, I do not understand why your own kind would oppose you. They will bleed the same as everyone if the Reapers are not stopped.
They have their own way of doing things. An entirely different species, essentially. Oh, I forgot that bit. Okay. Like, looking at them from the outside, they still retain the shapes. That's why I thought, well, maybe, like, biologically, but it's also been a very long time. They've gone through a lot of changes since then. Yeah, basically.
The Rex Krogan offered me a job. He said whenever I tired of the easy life of luxury on the Normandy, he would give me something real to shoot at.
Oh boy. That could be an interesting pair up there.
Yes.
Alright, that's enough of Javik. Alright, so at the other end on 3, we've got Allers.
Hey, it's just an opinion piece. You don't like it?
Ooh.
Don't download it.
You're saying we don't need Terra Nova.
Lose 1 colony, save 5. That's the math.
You know what the commander did for us? The
Yeah,
colony?
they kick Americans.
Yes. I was on a little thing called the news.
You think you can fly on this ship, sit next to us at chow time, and then broadcast something like that? That's traitorous.
Hey, it's just an opinion piece. You don't like it? Don't download it.
You're saying we don't need Terra Nova.
Lose 1 colony, save
I'm just collecting
5.
the details
That's
here.
The math.
You know what the commander did for us? The colony?
Yes. I was on a little thing called the news.
You think you can fly on this ship, sit next to us at chow time, and then broadcast something like that? That's traitorous.
Hey, it's just an opinion piece.
I mean, I let her be here as a deal that was mutually beneficial to us. I give her the scoop. She gives us good news coverage. I would say having a not so positive opinion piece, she's entitled to her opinion. She is a journalist. At the end of the day, I should support her. Yeah, losing 1 to save 5. Yeah, Traitors is a little bit far for that, I would say. I have, admittedly, it's been a very long time since I last saw it.
You don't like it?
I'll
Don't
side with
download it.
Allers on it.
You're saying...
Stand down, yeoman. She is allowed to voice her opinion until I disallow it.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Yeah.
But how does she get to say whatever she wants to the whole galaxy and there's no other side?
I'll be clear that the opinion expressed is just my own.
Well, okay. It's not great, but okay.
I don't know, my journalistic background tells me it's like, I don't like the idea of silencing her, so I'm gonna just let her do her thing. That might be a bad call, we'll see. Oh, actually, let me check up on chat real quick. Sometimes fluff pieces aren't the best option. Yeah. Take her side here. She's right. Difficult decisions have to be made. Like, yeah, war sucks. And it's like, you can't exactly do a news piece on, like, why can't we all just get along? Like, that...
I knew this was coming.
It's gonna get written off.
It's an amazing work of engineering. Elastic titanium silicon polymers, ultra-light harmonic phased power cells.
I miss them.
And if she ever accidentally walks into a wall, there's just so much padding.
I knew it.
Wish I were a wall.
You pretty much are, Kenneth.
I love them. I miss them so much. Yeah. It's probably some of the worst news. Yeah. And especially when it's a matter of, like, making sure the wrong information isn't getting into enemy hands. You know, if things aren't going well, you don't want them to know about it. Like, it's...
Commander, thank you.
It's great to be back.
Feels good to be in an Alliance uniform again.
Welcome aboard, Chief.
I don't know. I'm giving her freedom of the press here until I have reason not to.
Commander.
All right. I'm trying to remember, do we have someone below? 2 subdecks stairwell. Javik. Nope, we're good here. Yeah. That's the thing, it's suppression of information, and, like, while realistically, I know that the press can't have everything. Like I said, I've got a bit of a journalistic background, so to me, my gut reaction is always, while I'm in this scenario, I'll let her do her job. Because if I need her help at some point down the line, maybe she'd be willing to do me a favor. But that's just where I stand on that. Hey, buddy.
Commander, I feel terrible about leaving you on Grissom Academy like that.
Aw,
I did order you to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't make me feel any better. I'm just glad it all worked out.
Keeping from the Imperial Army as much as the Japanese sinister. Yeah. I will say, I'm not as up history-wise on... Like, I am aware of it. I wasn't aware of that information, though. So that's interesting. Oh, wait, I have to see the puppy. I have to say hi to the puppy. Oh.
Hey there.
Good, she's being nice to the puppy.
Wonder what the hell Cerberus was up to on Surkesh.
Nothing good.
I hear we're headed to Tuchanka. Would love to see how things turn out. I'm just saying. Rex is a badass. I bet he's got some real interesting stories to tell.
Oh, he does.
More than something else. His mouth moves faster than a frog on a hot rock in the middle of summer. Do you hear that hum? Is that just me?
It's the ship.
Do you hear that hum? Is that just me?
Alright, yeah, we just got James and Cortez. Okay. So I think we're good. Weapons upgrade. Bench. We've got our procurement interface, which I think we're okay for right now. Armor locker, I think we're alright. In the Imperial military branches was legendary. Oh. Interesting. Huh. Oh, I did not know that. Oh. I mean, that's not the most efficient way when you're all supposed to be on the same side. But I know it's never that easy in real life. Never quite works out that way. Okay. So let's take a moment to take a look at the journal, because we need to figure out what we're doing next, because we've got some stuff we gotta do. We've got the Rachni, we've got the Turian platoon. We got a lot of stuff on Tachanka. Priority, Tachanka. Book of Plenix. Volus on the Citadel needs the Book of Plenix to inspire his people. Recover it from Irun. Return it to him in the Presidium Commons. Ooh, we got a lot of stuff here, guys. We got a lot. Oh boy. I'm taking a look here to be like, what is high priority and what's something we could kinda, because I'd like to do something a bit shorter, maybe a couple of shorter ones today. Literally, Galaxy, it's like a checklist, I know. That's why it's like almost overwhelming looking at all this and being like, crap, what do I do? Priority is one of those soft no return points. Okay, you can do other stuff on Tachanka though. Okay, so I can go to Tachanka, but I'm not locked in on that mission just yet. Okay, so get some stuff done when I can. Now, Turian platoon. Okay. Okay, so you recommend I do the Turian platoon. Missing Scouts isn't a real long mission. Okay. Where's that one? Missing Scouts. Yeah, what's the title on that one again? Missing Scouts. Okay. Oh, good evening, Legend Tater. Hope you're doing well tonight where you are. Okay, so we can always do the Missing Scouts one. Hold on, I don't know if my eyes are just not working or... Okay, so everybody's voting for Scouts, so let's do the Scout. The Rachni one? Oh, was that... Oh, yes. Okay. Attican Traverse the Rachni. Oh, Scouting Team. Yeah, thank you. I was looking for it in the title, and I'm just like, Evidence, Resistance, Barlavon. Like, I'm just... Alright, activity, the Rachni Relay. Investigate the missing team, find out what happened. Okay, Attican Traverse. Okay, and while we're here, let's save first, and let's do a little bit of scanning. Just a little quick scan. See what we got here. Because we're on our way out anyway. Okay. Alright, looking okay. Okay. Not too bad. Closed systems usually don't have a lot to offer. Okay. I was gonna say, I didn't see a percentage, but I wasn't sure. Okay. Turian survivors, investigate server's presence. Oh, missing scouts. Okay. Need anything from the fuel depot? Nope, we are still good on fuel, and I'm gonna wait to scan till we're done. Oh, nope, that's the scouts. Oh, I might need gas after this, though. Yep, there it is. Investigate missing scouts. Utaku. Although Utaku is habitable, extreme temperatures and violent weather have discouraged colonization. Because the planet has little liquid water to retain heat, surface temperatures regularly oscillate between 70 Celsius and minus 60 Celsius. Holy crap, that's a fluctuation. Utaku's vegetation is notable for having evolved flexible central stalks to survive high-speed winds as well as leathery leaves to shrug off the planet's frequent sandstorms. Animal life is mostly confined to the planet's small oceans. Utaku has few valuable minerals. Oh boy. Length, surface temperature. No current population. It really is. Okay. Ooh, who do we want to take with us? Because we're investigating Rachni. So I'm trying to remember who's good at... Biotics good against Rachni? I'm trying to... Or is it just straight up guns? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it's hot. It's very hot. No, I don't. And man, that's a shame I can't have Rex with me. Damn. I was hoping I'd get to. Man. Yeah, go for Edie. I mean, I'm always game to bring Edie with me. James is a human Krogan, basically. Oh, for the incinerate. Oh, okay. James is a close second. Incendiary. Okay. Alright, so let's bring... Actually, I haven't taken James out too much, so I get the feeling I'm gonna have to upgrade his stuff a little bit before we go. And yeah, let's take Edie. Urge not, James. Okay, so my weapon loadout is okay. His probably needs work. Let's see. Skimtar, Venom. Yeah, the Venom's good. What do we got here? Shotgun, high caliber barrel, increases damage. That's good. Ooh, tungsten bayonet. Resist edge for increased melee damage. Useful. Capacitor boost, kinetic coil generator, shot penetration. Thermal clip. Ooh, that's pretty good. And I don't care about the lightweight. He's fine. We'll keep it at that. Assault rifles. What do we got? Indicator. Particle. Let's go with the particle rifle. Increases damage. Scope. Barrel. Right. Ooh, okay. Magazine upgrade. Yeah, let's get... actually, I guess the magazine doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay, I think Edie's fine. Yeah, I think she's alright. I think she's good to go. Ooh, there's my charge. There's my maxed out charge. Alright, let's get it. Let's see. 25% chance of not triggering a cooldown. Increase barriers by an additional 50% after a successful biotic charge. Let's go for it. And I've got 3 to spare, which I can't do too much with. 14 points, holy crap. Oh wait, actually, what's my Novad? Okay, not bad. Gonna need a little bit more though. Ooh, 6. Let's upgrade her Incinerate. Let's see here, increase it by 30%, impact radius by 2 meters. No, let's increase that damage. Okay, James, what are we gonna give you? Let's give him Arms Master. I guess damage. Admittedly, I don't have much of a plan. If I'm being completely honest. Let's see here. Increase health and shield bonuses. Increase weapon damage by 20%. Okay, we're good. We're going with that. We're going damage. Okay, we got 10, So I can upgrade 2 of these and Carnage. Shreds of the Blast. Ooh. Frag Grenade. Ooh, that's pretty handy. Okay, let's go for here. Increase health and armor damage bonuses by 6%. Squad mates gain the ammo at 50% effectiveness. We'll go with the bonuses. And let's get Frag Grenade. Increase damage by 30%. Radius. Okay, let's go for damage. I just want to make sure that whatever it's hitting is killing. That's all I want.
Any updates, Commander?
Our backup's waiting for us at the drop point. Arlac Company. Krogan Commandos.
That's correct. They are an accomplished unit. Made famous for their decisive action liberating a colony from Batarian pirates.
Good to hear. Other than that, there's been no word from a team of Krogan scouts since they went through the Rachni relay.
There are many reasons that communication with the scouts could be disrupted.
We don't know much, but no Rachni activity has been reported.
Still, it's troubling there are rumors at all. It's been years since you released the last Rachni Queen on the condition she'd disappear forever. Her race was all but extinct. She would not risk annihilation by starting a war.
No.
You're telling me you let a Rachni Queen go? Are you kidding?
No. It was the right call. Just be ready for anything.
We talked it out. It's okay.
Yeah, shuttle just arrived. You better get moving, Team. See anything, let me know.
That's my boy.
Shepard? Shepard!
What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question. Didn't those idiots lock you up?
I got out.
Did. Put me in lockdown to keep the Batarians off me. Didn't want problems with the Council while they prepared for war. But the situation changed.
Yeah, they got bigger problems, all right. That's why I'm out here running Arlac Company. They're tough, think they're invincible. Reckless, but effective.
Just the way you like it.
Sounds familiar, Grunt. How'd you go from being new and unproven to your own command?
Wasn't easy. When Rex put Arlac Company together, he needed a leader who represented the future of our species.
Yeah, that
Thanks
would
to
be
you,
him.
I completed my rite of passage on Tachanka
it's all
and
grown
became
up.
part of Clan Erdnot. I was an equal. And being the strongest, I was chosen to lead this honored company.
I bet some didn't like a tank-bred Krogan being in charge.
I collected a few scars earning my place here. These Krogan respect me.
You were a pain in the ass, Grunt. But if you're Krogan or half the soldier you are, we might make it out of here.
Glad you're here to crack some heads, Shepard. Hard to believe this might be Rachni. Seems crazy. The Rachni. Chance to face the old enemy? Impossible to resist.
Now, hold on.
We don't know if the Rachni had anything to do
Hold
with this.
on.
We're here to find the scouts. I didn't see any signs of activity during our approach.
Agreed. But this place smells wrong. Like a bad wound. Our scans show the tunnels down there lead to a large central point. If we're lucky, it's a nest.
Rachni have nests?
Arlac Company! Move out!
Oh boy.
Grab what you need, Shepard. Meet me at the scout camp ahead.
Sounds good. Take what you need and move out.
Alright, let me just make sure I got... Here we go. What do we got? Ooh. Yeah, I'm just gonna continue. Ooh, we got some parts. Ooh. Got some nice little presents here. I'll take those. I believe that's it. At this point, possibly. If he's been holding up okay.
What do you think we're gonna find here, Commander?
I don't know, Lieutenant, but keep your
Bugs.
weapon handy.
Always.
crow. Mm. Oh, nope. That's not what I wanted to do. That I want to get, though. Ooh, that's a view. Nope. Here, I'm gonna go out through the safe exit. Alright.
Ready, Shepard. We're right behind you.
Find tunnel entrance. Okay. What we got over here? Crap. That scared the crap out of me.
Everyone all right?
Oh.
Shepard! You in one piece?
Looks like we're all okay. Keep in radio contact.
On our way!
Jeez. Oh boy. Yeah, so much for that view, huh? Anything else? No? Alright. Let's boogie.
Something up ahead.
I see it.
What is that?
Grunt, got a body of a scout here. Been dead a few days.
Yeah, if he has his weapon, grab it. You won't need it anymore.
Webbing? Huh. That's... Oh, no, I have to keep it. Okay. Oh, that's...
Is that webbing?
Looks like it.
Oh, boy. Oh, it's just gonna be a whole lot of fire. Alright, let's go. Alright, just in case this goes really sideways. Ooh.
Stay sharp, people.
Agreed.
Yeah? Okay.
Everybody be ready.
Oop, the music's picking up. Ah, boy.
We got movement.
Ooh.
Careful where you step. Some kind of plot ahead.
Yeah, what is that?
Okay. God, I just remember all the jump scares from last time I was up against the Rachni. I'm at the ready. I'm scared, but I'm ready. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, this is so spooky. Alright. Okay.
There's the wire, Shepard. Reaper technology.
Ooh.
Maybe.
Yeah? Okay. I'll keep an eye out. Oh. Whoop. Missed one. Hello. Oh, there's more. Alright. Just take a note. Where I've been. Where we're going. Oh, this is a big open area. I don't like this. Alright, what are we working with here? Ooh. Ooh. That's a tick. Ah, crap. Okay. Should I keep the fire?
Light him up, Shepard.
Along the four walls, Shepard.
Oh. Yep, that's Rachni. What can we do from here?
Is that Rachni?
Good eye.
Actually, should I be saving this ammo? Ooh. That thing's dangerous. Okay. Ooh, there's a lot of little ones. Alright, what else we got here? Oh, yeah? Oh, okay.
Those Rachni are just not right.
Grunt.
Okay.
Rachni presence confirmed. Modified and very dangerous.
Oh, whoops.
Finally, something to kill. Nothing here yet. Lost a Krogan to a sinkhole. Bad way to go.
The nest has to be here. A significant amount of
Yeah.
indicates we are on the right path.
I'm just trying to use little bursts. The popping. Man, you gotta get close. It's like right click to aim it. It's like, I mean, I'm just shooting what's directly in front of me. No? I mean, you kind of answered the question a little bit. They bother me. Don't like them. Oh, good point. Good suggestion. Thank you. Alright. So actually, I think there was a Krogan body over this way. So I just want to make sure. There. Oh, new one? There we go. Shotgun shredder mod. Okay. Oh. Ooh, just taking this in. Nope, don't like that. So just making sure I'm not missing out on anything. I'll take that. Okay. I think I got all the goodies. Let me just do a quick save and we'll proceed. 'Cause this is
A barrier, Shepard.
Copy that.
How we getting through this?
Same way we've been. That did it.
More Reaper tech?
Ooh, Reaper node. I'll take that. Okay, fire does it. Nope, she can't use that. Yeah, let me try using my pistol. Here.
It was a locking mechanism.
Okay. There we go. Oh no. Cinematic. What's happening? Nope, don't like that.
Anyone injured? Looks like we're finding another way out of here. Come on!
And this place is just falling apart.
What was that noise, Shepard? Sounded bad.
Yeah, it wasn't
Cave in.
great.
We're all right.
Good. Didn't want to dig you out.
Oh, that hurts my feelings, Grunt.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Actually. Just because I'm not finding a lot of ammo here. Actually, can I guess that works. Oh, damages the, The this doesn't feel like the most effective way to do this, but it saves on ammo. So I mean, oh god, look at all those down there.
Shepard, I know what happened to the scouts.
What'd you find?
They got hit hard. The leader ordered them to carry weapons deep into the caves. He knew the next team would need help.
They died making sure we could make it to the central chamber. Come on.
Just wanna... Ooh. Reaper tech. Okay. Ooh. Is this unnecessary? Yes. Does it make me feel better? Yeah. Oh. Let me just see what's over this way, because I feel like this is... Damn it. Okay. That looks like a big wide open area that I don't like very much. Let's go down here first. I'm probably not gonna like this either, but... There we go. Ooh. Oh, I hear them scuttling. Don't like it. Okay, yeah, that's where we came from. Okay. Alright. Alright, we're good. Oh, I missed one? There we go. Alright, here we go. This could go to hell. Let's see.
Look out!
Thank you, Edie. Actually, I should probably just stick to trying to conserve this where I can. Ooh. Croaking corpse.
Looks like a last message. He's asked that it be delivered to an Asari named Ereba on the Citadel.
Oh no! She's a widow now! No! Ooh. That didn't go so well. Maybe I'll just not do that. Oh. It's hurting my heart. Really? Okay. I'm ready. Alright, nothing in there. I'm like afraid to like look away. Something's gonna jump me. Oh, yep, this is another combat area. Hold on. Hold on. I know, but they were happy. Even if it had eventually led to heartbreak. I don't regret that.
Shepard. Expect trouble.
Yep. Smart. Ooh. Woohoo. Don't like that. Alright, what do we got here? Alright, so that did not work. Woohoo. Alright, we got some cannibals. Fantastic. Alright. I know. Aw, crap. Okay, alright, it's fine. This is fine. This is fine. Please let me pick it up. Ooh, hello. I put it down on the wrong rock. Ooh. Alright, what can we do here? Turn down my volume a little bit. Edie? Yeah, not liking this cannibal here. There's just one. What? Hey, you. Jeez. Okay.
Take that, sucker!
Keep the pressure up.
All right, we're okay. We're okay. Whew, all right. Let's take a little. Oh, nope. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. Whoop, there's
Stay
more.
low. Don't let it get a beat on you.
Alright. Ooh, I would like to get that. Okay, alright. It's good music. Oh, I gotta get away from that. Hold on.
Shepard. Some heavy fighting. Tough bastards.
Casualties?
It's fine. Krogan fight better angry.
Alright. Oop, we got some spare ammo here. Ooh, we got a lot of stuff down here. Huh. This could have gone the other way. Is there anything down here? Hold on. I think I see something. Might be nothing. Gestation upon armor. Ooh, what is that? What the heck? Ah, crap. Guys. Jeez. You guys doing okay over there? Doing alright? Okay. That's what I wanted. Oh, James! What are you doing? Running through everything! Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god, dude. Really? You okay?
The Rachni favor highly toxic environments for breeding, but this atmosphere.
Oh my god.
These don't look like regular Rachni. The Reapers must have changed them.
James, I swear to god, dude. Yeah, look what you did. Oh my god. Here I was like, we're doing such a good job here. Alright, any more? Any more I need to... James, have you set off any more? Are you good? Are you good? Oh my god. It was like he was doing it on purpose. I swear to god. Okay, there are still like a whole bunch here though. Actually, what about that tunnel from back there, though? Yeah. Whoop, nope. I can't go back up, can I? Nope. I have committed to it now. Or, yeah, I mistook the geometry here. Normal weapon, you can't go back. Ah, okay. I mean, he's doing his job. So, I mean, I can't fault him, but... Alright, let's get this out of
the way. You know what? I think they're bringing an army of those things down here.
No, I gave it away.
They produce crazy fast, and out here, we'll know it's too late.
I agree. And they're throwing everything they've got at us so we don't reach the nest.
No worries, I knew. I had an idea of what you were trying to say. No worries. Alright, just in case this goes, like, super sideways. I may have missed some stuff back there because I thought I could head back. Jeez, those things pack a punch. Good old scrambled eggs. Okay, all good. I'm just about out, though. Oh, nope, I gotta keep it, because I'm gonna drop it otherwise. What the hell? Hey!
Shepard, we're blocked and getting overrun.
Hang on, Grunt. I'm on it.
Move it, Shepard!
Okay. Yep, and I'm out. Alright. Dang it. Alright, that works. Ooh. Nope, that I feel like is on the other side. Okay, is it worth salvaging the gun at this point? Because, alright. What the heck? Okay. Well, we gotta make do with what we got now.
Come on.
Oh, yo, hold on. Hold on. Alright. Oh, I got it. Okay, we're good. Don't like the big tick-looking things. Don't like them at all. Nope.
Thanks, Shepard. That wasn't webbing stopping us. That was Reaper tech.
We ran into it too.
Did a sick jump. So cool.
The Rachni have backed off for now, but they can smell our wounds. Any worthy enemy would regroup and finish us. Soon.
We're close, Grunt. Those barriers were protecting whatever's down that passage.
We'll dig in here, kill anything that moves. Buy you some time.
Good luck.
I don't need luck. I have ammo.
I was about to say, it's like, I don't need luck.
Krogan, get ready!
Okay, got the fire gun back. Locate central chamber. Okay. Yes, finally. Welcome back to the stream. Hope you're doing well, Lollipop Killer.
Watch your step.
You want to take care of that? One more. Thank you. I'll take that. Ooh, that's a fair amount of credits. I don't know. Like, I like him. He's not my favorite, admittedly, but like I like the guy. He's fun. He's a fun character. The arrogant hotshot. Nope, don't like this. I don't like this at all. Yeah, basically. I'm like his stepmom.
What is that?
Grunt, we've located the central chamber.
We got your back, Shepard.
Move it! Damn it!
Locked out. Damn.
Where's the switch?
Ooh. Central chamber. Crap. Okay. I guess we gotta go that way. Nope. Please go up. Please go up. Nope. Okay, yeah, we came in from that way. It's down here. Look up. Oh, thank you. Can you take care of that? Thank you.
Heavy resistance.
Okay. So I'm just getting a sense of where my openings are around me here.
This is it, people!
Alright. Okay. Ooh, Ravager. Ooh. Nice. Oop. And we got more company. Let's see here. Okay, what do we got here? Got some husks. Oh, still on cooldown.
Commander?
Okay.
Over here.
Ooh, hold on first. I found a little hidey hole. Oh, I thought this might have loot in it. Oh, no, Edie, it's fine. Ooh, okay. Got some more stuff. Alright. Actually, Edie.
Come on, we gotta get past these barriers.
The walls are coming down over there!
Alright, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. Let's see here. Man, she is... Okay, she's almost done cooldown. Ooh, yeah, get the tick. Yep. Ooh, Okay, good. Okay, yep, we're good. Okay. Oh, more. Fantastic. Oop, none of the stuff I need, though. That's okay.
They aren't letting up.
Stay.
Oop, didn't see you. James?
Focused.
Oop, and get out of here. Nope. Let's see. Whoop. I'd like to get that. Jeez, can't get that thing. Get out of here. Got you. Great. Alright, we're okay. Not much in the way of ammo left, but we'll manage, probably. Oop, is that it? Is that the good stuff? That's the good stuff. Whoop, that's a little dramatic, but okay. You know what? There, that works. Oh, coming from behind. Ooh, always gotta gather around the good stuff. Gotta pick that up. Ooh, okay.
Keep it up, people!
Jeez, okay. No, can't do that. Ooh, let's try frag grenade. Beautiful, okay. What else do we got here? Oh, hi. Get out of here. You need to go. Nice. Okay, we got these guys. There we go. Thank you. Ooh. Alright.
Whatever spooked them won't last. Finish the job.
Alright.
Copy that.
Reaper Rachni. What a nightmare. Nope.
What the hell?
Maddening sour note has ceased.
What are you?
The last queen. We listen for the children. They are silent. Although the machines
I was wondering if it was her or not, if it was a different one.
They die alone, silent, far away.
The Reapers did this to you?
The sour note of the machines is everywhere.
I let you go back on Novaria. You promised not to interfere anymore. The Rachni were supposed to disappear.
Remember,
They tried.
we kept our promise. Retreated back through the relay. We started a new home. Beautiful children. Harmony. But the machines came. They heard our song. Their shriek of sour notes drowned us out.
They can't hurt you anymore.
We understand.
Can you still feel the Reapers? Can they influence you?
We hear the machines, but they cannot control us.
Okay.
Remove this last shackle, and we are free.
Easy enough.
The children return. They will destroy us all. Release us.
We're getting movement here. A lot of movement.
Copy that, Grunt. Are you capable of fighting the Reapers?
We hate the machines.
Oh good, we're on the same side.
Fight for our unborn children. Release us.
She's a mess. She needs too much time to escape.
Shepard, we're out of time. We stay here, our lead company dies. Is that clear?
I want to help her. Oh. I'm gonna try and help her. This might end badly, but I'm gonna try and help her. I know. I've committed to like 90% Paragon. I need to just go with my gut and just live with the consequences.
Listen up! Arlac Company holds the Rachni off while the Queen escapes. We'll buy you some time. Grunt, fall back to our position and lead us out.
Shepard, I'm leaving my team. On my way.
Commander! That's an order. She's too valuable an asset to lose.
She could be really helpful.
Now get us out of here.
No, we're gonna lose his team. Oh, this could be really bad. I mean, at least he's happy. I was worried about losing Grunt. That was my big thing. It's like, we just got him back. I'd like to try and keep everybody. Ah, crap, now what? Oh boy.
The shuttle's down that path. I'll hold them off. Get out of here, Shepard!
Oh no, I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. Oh no. No, 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 no. I have to live with the consequences, but god damn it. No. Not him. Oh boy. That was a call.
Cortez, we're the last ones out.
Oh boy.
Copy that, Commander. Shuttle is waiting.
Oof. I did.
Grunt!
Anybody got something to eat?
Oh my god. I got so worried. I got so worried. Oh god. My heart couldn't take it.
I'm reviewing your report on the Rachni situation, Commander. This could have gotten complicated fast. I hope you know what you're doing, cutting a deal with the Rachni Queen.
Oh,
we got burned last time. I'm trusting your instincts,
Man.
Commander.
We can count on her support, Admiral.
I hope so. But we cut the Reaper supply of new Rachni troops and picked up some additional Krogan support. I call that a victory. I've got to get back to it, Commander. Watch yourself out there. Hack it out.
Oh. The highs and the
Shepard, you
lows,
made
I
it out of
swear to
there.
God.
Sounds like I missed a hell of a fight.
It was bloody, Rex. We could have used you.
Too busy talking rather than fighting. Feeling restless. A war going on and I'm stuck keeping the peace. I heard you made some kind of deal with the Rachni Queen.
Again.
If they get out of hand again, it's your ass on the line.
Understood.
I heard
This
Grunt
time,
managed to get out of there with a few scratches.
You could say that.
We'll get him
didn't
patched
know.
up, back in the fight.
Good to hear.
I would like to
I
hear
should
the
get back to
reference
it.
though.
Keep me posted, Shepard.
My boyfriend, I think, watched it. He might get a kick out of it. Hey.
Shepard, test verified. Results promising. Can synthesize for universal Krogan immunity.
Okay.
Good. Then you can put your knife away.
The cure's ready?
No, still need transmission vector. Cure useless unless given to entire species.
You're usually full of ideas, Morden. You altered the genophage before. There must be a way.
Of course, always possibilities, but time limited. Can't create new infection strain from scratch. Groundwater? No, too slow. Voluntary inoculation risky. Population too scattered for airborne, unless... Wait, yes! The Shroud. Constant global dispersion of air particles, built by Solarians to repair atmosphere of Tuchanka. Also used by Turians.
We used it to secretly spread the genophage virus. It ended the Krogan rebellions.
I'd be careful who you tell that to.
Sometimes I understand why the Krogan want to shoot everyone in sight.
Those were desperate times.
Yes, but useful now. Original genophage strain still in storage at Shroud facility. Can use it as transmission vector, then use Shroud to blanket Tuchanka with cure.
You clever little pyjack. That's our best shot, right there.
Then finish your preparations and be ready to go, Morden.
Of course. Ready when you need me. We'll be in medbay with Eve until then.
Commander, Admiral Anderson is available on VidCom.
Ooh. Oh, we got some Renegade, we got some Paragon points. Okay, so I'm curious. How much have the Okay, Krogan. What do we got for Krogan? We got Grunt, worth 25. Nice. I'll let you live for now. 100. Very useful. I'll take those 100. Rachni workers. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I imagine that would... curing the genophage jumpstarts a lot of stuff, so... Fair enough. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Where's the warrior? That is okay. Aw. I'll make a note of that to mention it. He might remember that. Like, I gotta say, that was a fantastic scene. I was immersed. I was on the edge of my seat. I felt the fear. I felt the sadness of when I thought I lost him. And then when my boy comes out covered in blood, a warrior. Oh my god. He scared me though. Jeez. Okay, so Anderson's here.
Shepard.
Hey, buddy.
So I imagine by now
Hey,
you've
Dad.
wiped the galaxy clean of Reapers and we can all come up for air?
Working
Not quite.
on it.
There've been a few complications.
Aren't there always?
Yeah, I
Hackett filled
believe
me in
it.
on the Crucible.
That's very emotional.
Sounds like you've got some knots to untangle.
Yeah, I got some stuff I gotta work on here. I know getting the Rachni on our side is a good call, but I also knew when I was picking it, I'm like, potentially I could be killing Grunt by doing this. Rachni, like, we're in a war.
I'm just glad I could take care of one of them for you. I gather you and Kaylee
I'm glad
Sanders
it
were
worked
close?
out.
I owe you
Close.
for that one, Shepard. Kaylee and I met almost 20 years ago. We even had a run-in with Saren in his early days. She and I were... more than close.
Dad?
She misses you.
I miss her. End of the world has a way of reminding you what you forgot to do. Maybe when the war's over, Kaylee and I will do something about that.
Oh,
You'll see her
boy.
soon.
That
I
better
can
not be
hope.
him signing his death warrant there.
But you've got a bigger problem right now. Like a galaxy full of scared bureaucrats.
It's like the equivalent of like I'm 3 days away from retirement. Oh, actually, if it won't spoil things from here, yes, I'm very curious. Because I imagine at this point that's fine. Yep, part of the job.
That's what you hired me to do.
Mostly you were hired to kill Reapers. I hope
That
you haven't been sidetracked by all the politics.
Nothing I can't handle. What about you? What's
I'm
happening on
really
Earth?
good at politics.
I'll spare you the details. But let's just say a lot of cities around the world have stopped checking in.
That bad?
You and I knew what we were in for, but everyone else? I don't think the shock's worn off yet.
It's a lot.
Are you safe?
That changes by the hour. I caught a shuttle evac out of Vancouver, and now we're running from foxhole to foxhole just trying to stay alive.
What about the Reapers?
They're harvesting everything that moves. They're focusing on the big cities, which does give us some room to maneuver.
You think you can hang on?
Hell, we're still just trying to talk to each other. Right now, all we can do is organize the resistance at a local level. No lack of volunteers, at least. Everybody knows what's at stake.
Alright, now let me take a moment to read this. I just wanted to hear out Anderson first. Queen would have been a clone instead, and the workers assigned to hack it would kill a bunch of Crucible workers, and you'd lose war assets. Okay. Alright. So things on my end are going well, in comparison to what they could have been.
I don't know how we'll win this yet, but we will. Even if it kills me.
Well, you already died once, and that didn't slow you down. But let's not tempt fate. Keep yourself safe, Shepard.
You too, sir.
We'll talk again soon.
Been a lot worse.
Anderson out.
Thank you. Much appreciated. I'm doing my best, and you're all helping me a lot with this. Like, helping without giving too much away, I guess. Yeah. It's been the guiding hand. Alright, so, with that said, we're coming up on time. We've just wrapped up the mission. I think now would probably be a good time to save for tonight. I feel like. Because at this point, would it be worth it doing another round of the ship? Like, would there be more to say? Because I feel like that's a sizable mission. Now Grunt's here. Things later off to say I'll try my best. That's all I can do. Careful tip here and there. Yeah. Alright, so we'll wrap up here for today. Because I imagine, like, as much fun as I have going around the ship and chatting with people, I would like to try and limit that to once a stream, just because time is a bit limited. So we're gonna kick off things on the next stream on Monday at 7:30 with a roundup of the ship, see how everybody's doing, and then we'll figure out where to take things from there. Yeah, next session. Yeah. Oh, thank you, much appreciated. I'm gonna try and be a productive, good straight A student, but also enjoy some time to relax. A little bit of time here and there for that. Yes. Yeah, good shit. Thank you again so much for joining me and for your help tonight and joining me through what ended up being a surprisingly emotional stream. I was not expecting that going into this, but I hope you have a lovely rest of your week, a lovely weekend, and I'll see you on Monday night at 7:30 for more Mass Effect 3. Twitter down below is going to have all the details if anything changes between now and then. Yeah, that's what that means. For sure. Have a good one, everyone. See you next week.